Hi everyone, this is Marie with Joy for Balance Energy, and we are doing our topic for Thursday, which is August 12th. And our topic today will be urgent information about your health. And I felt that this was an important topic. There's been a lot of people that are really stressed out these days, just with everything that's gone on for quite a while. And so I just wanted to talk about that a little bit. But before I get into that, I want to go ahead and tell you a little bit about myself in case this is the first time that you've come to my channel. My channel does a variety of things, but I have a background as a certified hypnotist for 16 plus years. I'm getting ready to graduate and become a therapist in a technique that's very exciting, and I can't wait until I get that. But I'm also an intuitive tarot reader, and I channel messages from my guides for my readings. And I've even done some channeled messages where I read, because I go ahead and I write out real quick, like an automatic writing type thing, with the message that they're bringing me. And then I put that out on video as well. So I'm also a master energy healer. So I have, a variety of things in my tool belt is what I like to call it. And so today I'm concentrating more on the hypnotherapy side, and that's why I chose the information about your health. Because, one thing I need to also mention is I am not a doctor, and so anything that I share with you on this video, you need to check with your doctor. That is a must. And I'm not an attorney. I don't give advice for you to just take it and run with it. So be sure to be diligent and check with your doctor. So, so the first thing I want to talk about a little bit is the different opinions out there in the world. And well, actually, no, I didn't want to go there first. I wanted to talk about, the media and different things that you're hearing in the media. A lot of it is negative. A lot of it is false information. I'll just put it that way. You really need to do your research as an individual to really verify what you're hearing. Because what happens a lot of times is you get plugged into the media, you're listening to the news, and it's just negative after negative after negative, and this is what you're putting into your body, these negative things. Well, negative things that cause stress, stress kills. So you really need to watch how much TV you're absorbing when it comes to news and different stories. The advice that I've given in other videos is the best thing to do is just, you can't stick your head in the sand, none of us can. But we'll go into that later. I'm going to just continue on, because then we have the other platforms, social platforms, where there's, all sorts of opinions, including my opinion and what I'm doing. So I'm going to say this again. Just do your research. Don't just believe everything that you hear. I had something that I heard the other day. I'm not going to mention names, but I was really blown away by it. And it was somebody who said that, anybody that has had COVID shots, it's the government that's going to track you. And I'm going, are you serious? So these are some of the things out there that you really need to be cautious about, and do your research. Don't buy into anything. I'm feeling like we really need to be responsible for ourselves and what we take in, and it's our responsibility. So I just wanted to mention that. So, as you know, there's distressing news all over the world. We have riots, we have earthquakes, fires, people murdering one another, deaths. There's just all sorts of things going on, and it's very stressful. So, and that's not even to mention your daily life situation and the stresses, the everyday stresses that come into our life unannounced. And so, what happens when you're just totally stressed out on a daily basis? And I want to go ahead and I want to plug a name because I really like him. He's had years of experience and done, different studies and things. He really knows his stuff, and that is Dr. Dispenza. And so I recommend listening to him because he can go deeper into what I'm talking about today. I'm just pretty much scratching the surface. The whole purpose of my video is just to make you aware of different things and to help educate you a little bit. And then, follow it up by following somebody like Dr. Dispenza. There's others out there, but I'm only going to mention Dr. Dispenza right now because I really trust him. And I've watched him for a very long time. I've been to some of his things on Gaia that I actually pay for on Gaia to receive workshops that he's done live, that I could see the complete entire workshop. It is just wonderful. And I'm not plugging him because I'm getting anything from him. I'm very impressed with him. He's very intelligent and has his own story to tell. So, but stress and what it does to the body, and I'm sorry, I'm going to be patting my face. I decided to be out here because it's so beautiful, but it happens to be 85 degrees. So anyway, stress causes such havoc on the body. Cancer, diabetes, heart attacks, what else? Skin issues, kidney problems. The list goes on and on. And so you need to be so careful to stay balanced and not get into this stressful situation because your body just starts producing that stress hormone and it's really bad for your entire system. And so what I'm going to cover today is, 8 simple things that will start to change your life. And like I said, this is just, the surface. But I'm just trying to just go over everything that I know to put out to you to try so that you can stay in that balanced state and not get yourself all stressed, because that's very important here. So the number one thing that I wanted to talk about is when you're taking in stressful situations, rather than being reactive, try to take a step back and become an observer. Now, the observer takes in the information but doesn't have a response to it. You're acknowledging what's going on, but you're not taking it in to have a reaction. So the more and more you can work with that, this is what's going to keep your head out of the sand, but without stressing you completely out that you're killing yourself. So just be the observer. If you want to be on top of different things, that is totally fine, as long as you can observe without bringing any reaction into you, where you're feeling any weird emotion or getting uncomfortable, starting to tighten up. That's being reactive to what you're watching and listening to. So, that's number one. And so you don't want to react, because the second that happens, your body starts to get that adrenaline going, and then the stress, and then you may start fearing things. You may become frustrated. So the best thing that you can do, and I'm sorry about the noise, it seems like every time I start my videos I have some planes flying over. But anyway, just pay attention to how you take things in and how you're responding, how you're reacting, because you don't want to react. You just want to take it in, observe it, and let it go. Because then that way you're staying on top of things, but you're not absorbing that negative energy within your body, so that your system can continue to just stay balanced. That's like so important. And so that's why I'm making my point on that. Now, the other thing is, with all the negative stuff that you may observe, number 2 is stay positive, talk positive, and especially talk positive to yourself. I just did a video on that, of one of the steps to stay positive, because if you're negative, you know, it's actually putting this picture in your mind of like you say, oh my God, if I hear this again, I'm just going to kill myself. Well, the mind hears that and starts drawing images up here in your mind, and it will find a way to bring what you're asking to you. And so you need to be very, careful on that. And I'm not going to go too deep into that. You can watch the other video. That was Tuesday's topic. And so go watch that video if you're curious about more of the mind thinking. Because I know that I could get into monkey brain sometimes, and I have to cast it out. And, the more and more you do it, the easier it becomes. So, another thing that you could do is journal. If you start to feel like you're starting to stress out and just feeling uneasy, sit down, grab your journal, write down everything that's going through your mind. Just write it all out, and then close your journal and let it be. And another thing that's really good is breath, and I will be talking about breath, but just journal, close the journal, put it aside, and you're going to see that you're more relaxed because you were able to get those things out in writing. And it really does help. It flushes that feeling out when you get it out on paper. So that's really good as well. The other thing that you could do, and I talked about this in my other video as well, is you could go ahead and write down all the different negative thoughts that come into your mind. And you have a sheet of paper and columns, and you write down every negative thought and turn it into a positive in the other column. And that's another good way to start to become cognizant of how you're talking to yourself, because you're trying to limit what stress you put on yourself, because stress is so dangerous. So that, that's really important too. So, number 3, that's breathe. And breathing is really important, and it has some benefits to it, actually quite a few. And there's all sorts of breathing techniques on YouTube that you can go and check out. And, because we're all different, we all relax maybe a different way when it comes to breathing. I happen to like one that I do where I take a nice deep breath in for 7, and then I hold it, and then I breathe back out. And I do that several times. And I just totally feel how calm down I am after I do the breathing. And so, go check out YouTube. There's all sorts of breathing exercise, and it'll truly benefit you if you're, going through one of those many stressful things. Now, some of the benefits of breathing is that, let's see, let me remember here, decreases stress. I know that's one of them. It could also relieve pain, lower the blood pressure. I'm trying to remember because I was reading some of this. And obviously it's calming, I mentioned that. And so, do some research. Go online and type in benefits of breathing, and you'll get all of the information there. And you'll be shocked at what you see, because I only named a few of them. And let's see, I'm trying to think. There was one that was really important. Oh, improves digestion. I was actually shocked to see that. So, yeah, check it out, because there are many benefits to breathing other than just lowering your stress level. So, now, number 4 that I wanted to go into is meditate. And I know that it's hard for a lot of people to meditate. They just can't seem to sit still long enough. You could do short meditations. Just sit there and meditate for 5-10 minutes if that works for you. Because, meditation is just so wonderful. And this leads me to my next thing. Talking about meditation is we can actually heal our bodies through meditation. And, it's basically where you're talking to yourselves. And we're going to do a meditation at the end of this, for those of you that want to stick around and listen to it. And it is a meditation about talking to yourselves. And so we're going to do that at the end. But, cell therapy is basically telling your cells that you are in charge now, and they aren't. They've been in charge. It's like a good example of it is a ship that's just been running on its own with no captain steering the boat. That's how the cells have been working. And so what we're doing with this talking to ourselves, it's a therapy to inform ourselves. We are in charge now. We are taking over. We are taking responsibility for what's going on in our body, and we tell the cells what we want. And that also comes from positive thinking. I am healthy. I am fulfilled. All of my cells are working with all my organs, making them super healthy, vibrant, to allow me to live this healthy life. I mean, it's, just a lot of that talking to the cells. And, it doesn't sound like much, but it honestly works. And, I can testify to that. I was talking to my cells before I even knew I was really talking to my cells, and before I even knew about cell therapy. But it's funny because when I started to learn, in fact, that's some of the things that I'm, studying now is the cell therapy. The example I'll give you is, gosh, this was probably 15 years ago. I can't even remember. But I was done having my family. I had my 4 children, didn't want any more children, and I always had horrible, horrible female problems. And so I went into my doctor and I had said, look, I can't deal with this anymore. It's too painful. It's taking days out of my life where I can't get things done because I'm in so much pain. Can we just do a hysterectomy? And of course, and I tried to say, look, I've had my family. I'm not planning on having any more children. And so can we do this? Well, he basically said, well, one, there's risks, as with any surgeries. And so I'd rather just hold off on that. I was so frustrated with that. And I know I was just talking about don't let it go, but remember, this was 15 years ago. And so I remember going home and being so frustrated, like, oh my God, I can't believe this. And now I'm going to have to endure more. And guess what I was doing? Endure more pain. I'm telling my brain. And, but something happened. I just started talking to my body going, okay, I need you to do something that's not going to kill me, but is going to lead to a hysterectomy. Now, granted, it took some time because I didn't really even know how to talk to my cells. I was just so miserable that I was just talking to my body and saying, just do something that will lead to a hysterectomy because I just need this. And I kept saying that over and over and over. And I would say within a couple months, I actually did end up with something because I had to go in for something. I don't know if it was some kind of follow-up. And so I had my follow-up thing, and then I get a call that I actually had I think it was like a baseball-sized cyst that had developed, and guess what? I had to have a hysterectomy. And so I was thrilled to death. And so that was the first time, and I look back on that, I'm going, well, there's the first time that when you talk to your body, you talk to those cells, and you take charge, even though I didn't know what I was doing back then, it works. And it may not work overnight on certain things, but it certainly worked for me, and I just wanted to use that as an example. I even have another quicker example that I can mention. In fact, if any of you have followed my readings in the last couple months, I had this just terrible, just raspy cough. It was due to allergies. It was really embarrassing while I was doing my readings. And I started talking to myself, saying, I am healthy, and my lungs are full and functioning. And, just started doing that talk. And then all of a sudden, the cough disappeared. It's gone. And so it really does work. And, that's why I'm sharing this with you, because it's really important, and it could really, save your life by eliminating that stress and talking to your body in a very positive way. And, but like I said, we're going to do that meditation at the end of this, and that'll, give you an idea. I mean, it is a short meditation. I didn't want to make it long due to the fact that, some of you may not be able to have that long of an attention span. So I thought, okay, keep it short. Let's see, where are we at? Okay, we talked about meditation, cell therapy. Okay, number 5. This is important too, because with things that are still going on out there, with people, becoming sick again, take personal responsibility to, wear that mask. And when you go out into the world, be sure when you get home, wash your hands. I think if you take personal responsibility every time that you go out in the world, and you remain in a positive mind frame, and you're not all stressed to the gills, you're going to be fine. If you're stressed to the gills and you're not taking care of yourself when you go out into the world, chances are good you're going to be sick. So, but what I've seen is, everything we've discussed so far, all of this feeds into everything. And so if you could take at least one of these things in, it would be great. And if you take precautions when you go out into the world, you're going to have a better chance of not becoming sick. And then, I know it sounds simple to wear your mask, wash your hands. It works. It really does. It's one step closer to remaining healthy. And so the next thing I want to talk about a little bit, number 6, is, diet. It's really important to have a good diet. And, what I suggest is talk to a dietitian if you don't know where to start. Everybody's different. Our bodies are all different. And, some of us need to eat a meat diet. Some of us need to eat a more Mediterranean. Some of us need to eat vegetarian. I mean, everybody's body is different. And so it's always good to go out and talk to either a doctor or a nutritionist or somebody that could point you in the right direction to get you going towards good health in nutrition. So, stay away from sweets, Coke, ice cream, cookies. I mean, I love them just as much as the next person. But I've learned that by putting those things down, I actually don't miss them. And I know in the beginning it's hard, but what helps when you're, going on a different lifestyle change as far as diet goes, drink a lot of water. And another thing too is I put potassium in my water. And what that does is it helps me to keep that water in. It's almost like lubricating my body so I don't become dehydrated. Especially, in like hot weather. Right now I'm sitting in 85-degree weather and talking to you, and I'm just thrilled to death to be talking to you. I have my water right next to me, and it has potassium in it, just so that I can stay hydrated, because that is just, so important. And then lastly, I wanted to mention another good thing is use your intuition. Listen to your body. Everybody has intuition, and your body will give you signals. It's almost like when you get that urge that you need to drink some water, that's because you're dehydrated. That's your body telling you, drink more water. And so, listen closely to your body, and that'll help you to figure out what you need to do next. Sorry about the glare on my glasses, and these are different glasses. I broke my other ones, my favorite glasses. But anyway, and then, for number 7, exercise. And what I wanted to talk about with exercise, because I know with me, if I lose interest, it's like I kind of fall off the track, and I have to get myself motivated to get back into it. And what I've found that helps me is to, when I do fall off the track, find something else that I'm truly, a little sweat, truly passionate over, because that'll motivate me to get in there and do whatever it is I'm going to do. I love to dance, so maybe I should just go ahead and dance while I'm in that mode, because we all change. We get bored of things sometimes, and there's plenty of beautiful things that we're passionate about when it comes to different types of exercise. And some of us love to walk, some of us love to run, some of us like to hike. Figure out what that is that really brings that commitment, to stick to it so that you can remain healthy. I think that's the most important part, to keep yourself in that exercise regimen. There was an app. Of course, I can't. So I'm filming with my phone. So, what is it? Fit something. It's a free app, and you can they set up things where you could do things different every day, like work on your arms, work on your legs, do Pilates, all sorts of different things. It's pretty cool. I'll go ahead and leave that down in the comment, because I can't look it up right now because of being with you. And just take baby steps, and don't be hard on yourself. Don't be kicking yourself if you do fall off the wagon. I've learned that the worst thing you could do in any situation with yourself is to kick yourself. We need to be loving to ourselves and take baby steps, because that's what's going to keep us in that forward motion, and to remain positive. And I know that can be really difficult when life decides to throw some things at you. But keep this in mind, because when you have a lot of different things that are thrown at you, that's change. You're learning something from it. And when you're going through change, new things are going to appear that are going to be just wonderful. So think about that when you have different things that just kind of knock you down on your butt. Get up, brush your butt off, and know beautiful things are coming. That's how I'm looking at things now, because believe me, I've had some things that have been hitting me in the face, and I've had to really remain strong. So anyway, let's get to 8, because we're already approaching the 30-minute mark. There's different supplements that you can take, like I mentioned, potassium that I take. There's another one that I wanted to mention that is tremendous, and I've told so many people about it, and you may be aware of it, but I just wanted to mention it. It's called astragalus, and you get it at the drugstore. But like I said at the beginning, talk to your doctor before you start taking it. But what it does is it brings your immune system up. And what I found is my cough, when all things were going on with that, I was taking astragalus. And so that was helping it from getting any worse. Because when you already have something and you start taking the astragalus, it'll shorten the duration generally. But the minute you feel any symptom, that's when I start taking it generally. And it just knocks it out. And so it's a wonderful supplement. But like I said, check with your doctor to make sure it doesn't coincide with any medications that you might be on. Because I would hate for anybody to have a negative thing. I mean, I haven't heard from anybody that I've told that has taken it to have any negative things, but just to caution on the right side, talk to your doctor. So anyway, I am going to stop here, and I hope that you really enjoyed this. I hope it was informative. Like I said, I mean, I just scratched the surface. I'm just trying to bring awareness because there's so many things going out there in the world, and I just don't want people getting sucked in and sick, because that's what happens when you're just fully stressed out. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do the meditation, and after the meditation I will talk to you for just a brief minute or two, and that will conclude this video. So let's get started on our meditation. Okay, we're going to start our meditation for our cell therapy meditation. And so I want you to get yourself comfortable and make sure you're situated in a way that you're not going to, fall out of the chair or something. So again, just get comfortable and just relax. We are about to embark on a powerful cell therapy meditation that is going to bring an incredible transformation to your body. Now, once you're comfortable, close your eyes. Take a nice deep breath in, and then exhale through your mouth. Let's do this again. Breathe in and out through your mouth. One last time. Breathe in and back out. Now I just want you to relax. I want you to remind you that there may be some background noise, but you are totally disengaged by that background noise. You are a very powerful being who can facilitate your own change in your body and the cells in your body. You have an incredible ability to eliminate any health problem by talking to your cells. You are telling your cells that you are taking over your vessel, and you are commanding that the cells listen to you. Tell your cells that you are healthy, you are taking over now, and commanding those cells to switch off any unhealthy cells or any disease or anything within your body. You continue to say, I am healthy and in charge of talking to my cells to work easily, comfortably, forever. And I will lead a long and joyful life. So what's happening here is you have now outgrown the old way of living. You are now empowered and in charge. of your beautiful health. Once was the old ways of living, not in charge of your cells, but now everything is flowing out of your mind. You are now in charge of those cells, and those cells are aware that this is no longer working anymore for them to be in charge, because you are in charge of your cells. You are visualizing this old way of thinking and watching it leave your life once and for all. And you are able to do this because you are such a powerful being, and you are choosing to live your life in a healthier way now. Those thoughts no longer are with you, because you are telling your cells that you have moved on, living the life that you have always wanted and dreamed of without having those outdated beliefs. You are telling your cells that have been protecting you and in charge of everything for all these years, that you are the one in charge now, and you no longer need the help or protection from your cells. You are commanding your cells. You are running your vessel in the most beautiful way without the need of the old beliefs that were in your mind. You are now living your life the way that it was always supposed to be, and you are feeling so free, happy, healthy, because you see that all those old ways of thinking are disappearing right in front of your eyes. It is like you are seeing a black cloud disintegrating and bringing the sun out, shining upon your beautiful spirit and body. Because this is who you are. You are a divine, beautiful spirit that deserves living a life without any more health issues. They're gone. Totally gone. You are free. Because you are the boss of your cells. Now, this has been a very powerful meditation, and it has transformed you into leading your cells to living a healthy life. I want to mention you can always come back and revisit this meditation anytime you like. I want you to know how special you are, how deserving you are, and how powerful you are as the co-creator that has now taken charge of your life. You're feeling so light, bright, and ready to take on the world, feeling totally regenerated, full of love, full of light. Now I want you to take some nice, slow breaths as you are now coming back from this empowering meditation, feeling totally refreshed, happy and proud of the great work you did today, because you did awesome. So you can open your eyes when you are ready, or you could just remain relaxed. And once you do open your eyes and come out of the meditation, be sure to go get a nice drink of water. Hi everyone, what'd you think of the meditation? Do you feel all like relaxed, rejuvenated? Well, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you received great information that you can at least start moving forward with your life and stop stressing. So anyway, if you liked what you heard today, please comment below. I'd love to hear your stories. Also, if you haven't subscribed, subscribe, hit the bell, because there's going to be more and more of these topics coming out. My schedule is to put out topics twice a week in the first part of the month, and then at the last end of the month I do zodiacs, And then I also do pick a card readings every Wednesday. So that's the format for now. So be sure, subscribe, hit that bell, and I can't wait to talk to you until next time. Much love. Take care.